Namaste, and welcome to day 6 of our 7-day yoga journey. Today is our recovery day, and we will have an Yin Yoga. We will hold each pose from 2 to 3 minutes, and between these asanas, we will add gentle transitions, warming up our back and our spine. So if you're ready, find 20 minutes of your time and join me on the mat.
We will start in a sitting position facing the front of the mat. Keep your knees bent and gently grab behind your knees, and we will move to our seated cat-cow exercise. On the inhale, you bring your chest closer to the knees, and with the exhale, you're extending elbows, rounding up your spine. Again, inhale, chest closer to the knee. Exhale, rounding your spine. Again, inhale, closer to the knees. Exhale, round your back. Now return to neutral position, placing your palms behind your back. Let your knees fall to the right and to the left. You can open your feet a little wider. Again, let your knees fall to the left and to the right, introducing gentle motion to your lower body. Continue breathing, and now return to neutral position with your knees bent. Extend your arms forward and slowly start lowering down, vertebra by vertebra on the mat, extending your arms overhead, extending your legs, stretching in the opposite direction, taking an inhale and exhale. Now bringing your palms closer to your hips, bending one knee, then another knee, bringing your knees closer to the chest. You can rock side to side. And let's move to our first Yin asana, Ananta Balasana or Happy Baby Pose. Bending your knees, grabbing outside of your feet or behind your knees. Or you can even grab your big toes and trying to bring your knees closer to the ground. We will hold this pose for a minute or two, focusing on our breath and trying to bring your knees closer to the ground with each exhale. Again, you can try rocking side to side to see if that feels good for you. Continue breathing, taking deep inhales through your nose and slow exhales. Mentally scanning your body to see the point of tension and trying to release it with the exhale. It is time to release the pose. Slowly let go your feet. Again, bending your knees, bringing it closer to your chest. Grabbing behind your knees and rocking side to side. Now extending your left leg and lower it down. Extend your right leg and grab your ankle or your calf. And feel this stretching sensation on the backs of your legs. Again, bend your left leg. Place your right ankle on top of your left knee, and we're moving to our next Yin asana, supine pigeon pose. From here, you can grab your shin or behind your knee. If you want to feel a deeper stretch, press your right elbow against your right knee. And let's hold this pose for 1 minute and focus on our breath. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Calming your nervous system down, cooling off, and slowing down your heart rate. Use your breath like an anchor to hold your attention, mentally tracking passage of air going up through your nostrils to your forehead, going around your head, and coming down to your lungs. And we're getting ready to release this pose by letting go our leg and placing your right foot next to your left hip. Twisting from the lower body, opening your hands to the sides for a greater stretch. And we slowly return to our neutral position. Extending your right leg this time, lifting your shoulder blades off the mat. Lowering down your right leg, extending left leg up, grabbing your ankle, trying to bring your forehead to your knee. Now you slowly bend your right leg, placing your foot on the mat and placing your left ankle on top of your right knee, lowering your head and moving to our supine pigeon pose from the other side. Again, you can stay in this version or you can try to grab behind your knees or grabbing your shin for more stretch. Trying to press your left knee with your left elbow for more opening sensation. Slowly letting go your leg, lowering your right foot down and placing your left foot next to your right hip. moving into a spinal twist, opening your arms wide to the side and breathing. Slowly returning to the center, bending both knees, grabbing behind your knees, and getting ready to do our rolling like a ball exercise. To do this exercise, you will need to round your spine, grab behind your knees, and rock yourself up into Navasana. Again, round your spine, lower down, and return with the momentum. Again, return to Navasana. And on the fourth time, we're going to bring our feet closer to our hips and shift into a standing position, Utkatasana, extending your arms forward, pushing your hips back, your knees together. Hold this for a second and lower your palms down, forward bend, Uttanasana. You can keep your palms on your hips, you can keep your knees slightly bent to protect your back, or keep your palms on the mat. Bend one knee, then another, warming up the backs of your legs. Now from here, grabbing your right ankle with the left palm and extending your right arm up, twisting your upper body. Returning to the center and grabbing your left ankle with the right arm, extending your left arm up. Again, return to center, lift up halfway, lower down to Uttanasana, and transition into a plank pose. Bend your knees, sit down on your heels, and let's rest in this balasana for a couple of breaths. Slowly returning to all fours, tucking your toes, lifting up into a plank pose. Here we will add a couple of spine rolls, pushing your hips back, transitioning into downward facing dog, and rounding your spine, returning to a plank, tilting your pelvis, pushing it back, downward facing dog, rounding your spine, plank, imitating the ocean waves, again returning to a plank, exhale, pushing your hips back, inhale. From this downward dog, we will extend our right leg up to the sky, bend your knee, bring it closer to your chest, hold it here, activate your core, and step your right foot next to your right palm on the side on the edge of the mat. Your left leg is extended. You can lower your knee down. And here we will do our lizard stretch. You can stay here and check your alignment. Your back leg, your left knee, has to be in the middle of the mat. You can place your palms on the mat or keep your hands on your hips. Or you can even gently press on your right knee for more opening sensation. Point your back toe and continue breathing. You can add gentle rocking movements, or if you're ready to go deeper, you can come onto your elbows. Just bending your elbows and bringing your chest down. And don't let your back to round. Let the gravity push your hips lower. Just continue breathing, taking deep inhales and slow exhales through your nose. We are getting ready to release this pose. You can slowly stand up and move into a seated position with your legs extended forward, or follow me for an interesting transition. Extend your right arm forward and we will do a pistol squat transition. With your right arm extended forward, lift up your left knee and shifting your weight to your right leg, rocking forward, and with the momentum extending your left leg forward, grabbing the side of your foot. And now with your right leg bent, with your left leg extended, I'm just going to move a little back. You're hugging your right knee and you placing your feet across, stacking your knees. You can place your palms under your left knee, keeping your left knee slightly bent, keeping your back straight, and focusing on your inhale and exhale. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can just try grabbing your toes. Follow me and bend your bottom leg, stacking your knees. And making sure that your hip bones are grounded. For that, just lift your butt cheek, grounding your hip bones. And from here, just trying to keep your spine straight and stacking your palms on your knees or grabbing your knees. Or you can place your palms by the sides of your mat. Or just grab your toes, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Let's hold this pose and return to our breath. We've been working out hard whole week and it's time to relax, to give our body a moment of relaxation and stretch. Now we are going to release this pose. Extend your right leg and slowly transition into a plank pose. Stepping back with left leg and right leg. Finding alignment in your plank pose, pulling your belly button in and again adding some wave-like motions to bring more mobility in our spine. Pushing your hips back into down dog, rounding your spine and returning to plank. Pushing your hips back, downward facing dog, and returning to plank, moving gently, softly, and gracefully like an ocean wave. Bringing your left leg up, bending your knee, bringing it to your chest and holding it here, and stepping on the side of the mat. coming into a lizard pose. You can stay here or you can lower your right knee. Just make sure it's aligned. Your right knee has to be right on the center of the mat. You can keep your toes tucked or point your toes for bigger stretch. Bringing your left feet to the lateral side for a greater stretch if you want to try that, or gently pressing the left knee. Just try to move and try different variations to see what works best for you, what makes you feel good. You can place your palms on the mat or come onto your elbows, trying to keep your back straight, letting the gravity to push your hips down, opening up your hips, releasing all negative energy from your lower body. Okay, from here we're getting ready to release this pose, and you can either just come into a seated position with your legs extended in front of you, or follow me for a transition, extending your left arm in front of you, looking forward, bringing your right knee up, pushing your hips up, shift the weight to your left feet, rock your body forward, use your left leg and right arm for support, slowly bringing your right leg forward, grabbing the side of your foot, lowering your hip bones on the mat, extending your right leg forward, keeping your left knee bent, and we're moving to our shoelace exercise or half Gomukh asana. You can stay here with your knees stacked, left knee across of the right knee, or you can also try to bend your bottom knee to come into a full shoelace, Gomukh asana. Lifting your glutes, grounding your hip bones. Just find a comfortable position, keeping your back straight. Continue taking deep inhales and slow exhales. Now we're slowly getting ready to release this pose. Bringing your left knee closer to your body and stepping it back into a plank pose. Pushing your hips back into downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Now you can start slowly walking to the front of the mat or bend your knees and jump to the front of the mat in Malasana. With your toes pointing to the sides, 45-degree angle, and make sure that your heels touching the ground. If you cannot touch the ground, roll your mat and place it under your heels for more support. Trying to keep your back straight, activating your core. And I'm going to show you the modification if your heels cannot touch the ground. Just roll your mat and step on it. Or you can even go higher and keep your knees slightly bent and trying to open your knees to the sides in modified malasana. Let's hold this malasana, rocking side to side, opening up your hips and bringing more movement into our lower body. Now getting ready to release this pose by extending your arms forward, lifting your hips a little bit and then lowering down. And now you can finally lay down, bend your knees and rock yourself back. You can add knee circles to release any tension after our malasana. It's a very deep stretch, very good hip opening exercise. And now, placing your feet on the mat and opening your knees to the side in Supta Baddha Konasana, recline butterfly stretch. Let's hold this pose for a minute, or you can just move into Shavasana. And let's close this practice with the words of gratitude to our body, to our life, and to everything around us. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.